I'm going to show you some paintings that should not exist. They never ever should have been created in the first place. They should be cut into little pieces, little tiny pieces. Apparently, British artist Jenny Saville was moved to create these pieces because she admired the works of Peter Paul Rubens. While the women in Rubens' art are indeed overweight, they are not grotesque. They still possess a loveliness and are graceful. You may have heard an overweight woman described as Rubenesque. Well, that's where the term comes from, the women in his paintings. These are beautiful paintings that are considered high Renaissance art, and they bear absolutely no resemblance to this. You're going to tell me she looked at these paintings and was inspired to do this? I don't believe it. That is absurd. That is completely freaking absurd. The whole reason for these paintings is to tell men who prefer women who have a more traditional body type, like thin, healthy look, that is wrong and bad. They should be shamed for that. They need to change. These paintings were created to shame men for being normal and preferring normal weight women. Jenny Saville appears on the surface to be a very nice conservative person. No green hair. Her face isn't covered in tattoos and piercings that we can see. But I assure you, this chick is a savage. She's a beast on the inside. She hates you. You may be thinking, well, it must be great art because somebody bought it for over $12 million. I'll let you in on a little secret. These astronomical auction prices are nothing more than money laundering and tax evasion. There are lots of videos here on YouTube explaining how the modern art market is a huge scam, and I'll link to some below if you're interested. Oh, by the way, here's just one of her self-portraits. Why anyone would want to paint themselves on the toilet taking a dump is anyone's guess. As I've told you before, ugly people produce ugly things. They can't help it. It comes from their soul. The ugliness just spills out of her onto the canvas. Oh, and how can I forget the piece that she produced after she was inspired by Michelangelo's Pietà? The Renaissance masterpiece of Mary holding the body of her dead son Jesus. Here it is. Her in her bra, holding her husband. This guy is her husband. Like he's a giant baby in a diaper. Looking away from her. You cannot tell me that this led to this. Watch, ready? Beauty, trash. Beauty, trash. She sees something lovely and just has to turn it into something ugly. It's intentional. This is how she views her husband. I mean, this is her painting. She made this. I told you she hates men. Guys, can you imagine your wife telling the whole world this is how she sees you? In researching for this video, I also learned that she has 2 children. For their sake, let's hope they can get through childhood without being immortalized in paint by their mother. You may wonder, who cares about these dumb paintings? They don't matter. They do matter. Art is important because it gives you a glimpse into what people are thinking. Thoughts become action. It gives you a clue into how your society is progressing. What your culture holds up as something to look at is important. What your society chooses to listen to is important. What your culture wants you to spend your money on is important. So consider and choose wisely. And until next time, thanks for watching.